We got a loaded Saturday baseball slate. I think there are a few lines the books got wrong. We'll run through my favorite bets, hit today's Tommy's trend of the day, and we'll wrap up with Bark Bets and get you ready for the first pitch. What do you say? Talk some sports, and find an edge. We have some fun. What's going on, everybody? It's Off the Hook Sports Talk that pays off, powered by Pickett. Tommy Trends here hanging with you on a Saturday afternoon with Mookie and Nash. So thank you for tuning in and making us part of your Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a quick one. Just wanted to run through the MLB slate of games. I got some shit to do. And then I'll be back later to get you a moving day recap from the 3M Open in Blaine, Minnesota. We'll get you a leaderboard update before we get out of here, but I wanted to get you the baseball picks for, there's a game right now, but whatever. The rest of the games are going to follow later this afternoon. So I wanted to get you the baseball plays before I head out of here and do some shit, and then we'll be back later for some more fuckery tonight, and we'll have more shit on LeBron James because I've about had it with this fucking LeBron James shit. I can tell you that. Especially being here in the Philadelphia area. My God. But also remind you the new episode, Fourth and Goal. That is our football series here at Off the Hook. The NFC North season preview is up on our YouTube page at OTH Sports Pod on YouTube. You can find it there. So every Friday we're going to drop a preview for a division. So this week was the NFC North. Last week, the AFC East with our good buddy Dustin Sweetelson from VEASAN. That's up there. And then the first episode was the NFC West preview. Next week will be the AFC North. So make sure you check that out. But the NFC North, that episode is up on our YouTube page at OTH Sports Pod to get you set up for the upcoming season. And in a few weeks, we'll do a college football preview as well, which will be posted there. But let's run through this real quick. High and tight like a fresh fade, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Oh, we do have a Bark Bet. We'll run that back. We got a Bark Bet for today. And also, more importantly, another pup up for adoption from Freedom First Rescue, looking for a forever home. So what do you say we step in the batter's box and we go across the diamond and get you ready for the slate of MLB games. So I think we have 15 games total in action today. And right now, I believe, let me see, there's a score here. Right now, the Royals just scored. So Royals on top of the Tigers in Detroit, bottom of the second. Royals lead 1-0 there. Rest of the games to follow, I believe, starting 4:05 Eastern. So we'll start in Washington, the Diamondbacks Nationals game, 4:05 Eastern, first pitch. So you have rookie pitcher Mitch Bratt making just his fourth big league start for Arizona, 5.06 ERA, hasn't made it through 5 innings yet, and he's already allowed 3 home runs and 6 walks in just over 10 innings. Jesus Christ. And then on the other side, you have Foster Griffin, who's actually been one of the surprises this season. His ERA is under 3, and some of the models, if you read up on some of these projection models, they feel like a regression is coming for Foster Griffin. But here's so a couple ways that you can play this. If you look at the numbers from Mitch Bratt, and if you think that a regression from Griffin is coming and it's going to follow that model or that trend, you can get the over sitting at 9, I believe, right now. Let me just double check here on Pickett and see, but I believe it's right around 9, maybe 8.5. Might have dipped. So over 9 on Caesars right now, under 9.5 on Novig, if you like the under. But I feel like with the regression with Griffin and Mitch Bratt, those numbers are fucking horrible. The over is a good play. However, if you don't like playing totals, you can go the other way too, and you can look at the Nats money line. There's a lot of sharp money that's been coming in on the Nationals. That money line now, it's the market kind of corrected itself a little bit, at least on Novig. Some sharp money came in on the Nats and pushed the line from minus 120 to somewhere around minus 140. But right now, Novig, if you like the Nats money line, minus 125 on Novig. Next up, we'll go to Boston, take a look at the Rays and Sox. This is a good one. Good pitching matchup this afternoon. Dylan Cease, who has been outstanding. And, of course, look, Sonny Gray, his ERA is fucking great. And even though some underlying numbers suggest that he's been on the lucky side, a little fortunate, but neither offense has been lighting it up lately. So, I mean, even though Boston, just had their 15-game win streak snapped, I mean, it's nothing crazy to write home about from an offensive standpoint. But this is going to be a pitcher's duel here up in Boston. And look, again, a couple ways you can play this. I like Sonny Gray a lot, and typically you get, I don't know, Dylan Cease, while he's been good, I don't know. I lean Boston money line. You can get that at minus 104 right now on Novig. Now, another interesting play, because you do have two good pitching matchups here between Cease and Gray, you could also lean under, which is 7.5. Right, so if you look, Dylan Cease ERA 2.67, and he's 6-5 on the season. Sonny Gray, of course, 12-1, 2.48 ERA. Sonny Gray, I think you can get him. Was it 30-1 for a Cy Young? I think that ticket's still out there. I might have dipped a little bit, but it was, I think, 30-1 earlier in the week. But look, Sonny Gray's had a great season, and again, I like Boston money line. I think they come out and get it done against Toronto. But again, I could definitely see an underplay as well. Again, just a good pitching matchup. So should be a good one this afternoon in Boston. And let's come back here to Pennsylvania and look at the Cubbies, who are in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. Now, look, you got Imanaga going on the bump for the Cubs, and then Paul Skeens, who this is, and look, Paul Skeens, even though, who would have thought? Pittsburgh right now is 53-51. They are 2 games over 500. And Paul Skeens has not had a good season. Now, some of that's been, he hasn't been getting run support. And some of it's just been fucking getting knocked out of games early. And just doesn't have it. Paul Skeens is 9-8 with a 3.43 ERA. Yet Pittsburgh sits 2 games above 500 right now. Now, Imanaga, look, he's 6-8, 3.91 ERA, but he still has some good stuff. It still should be a good pitching matchup in Pittsburgh. And look, with that pitching matchup, you're thinking, all right, under, right? So again, I don't know. I just feel like the under. I don't know. Even though you get 2 good pitchers, with Skeens, you don't really know what you're going to. One game, he'll get a ton of run support, and the next game he gets nothing, gets shelled. I don't know. I kind of feel like I like the over 8 runs, even though with a pitching matchup, it kind of says under. So again, kind of 2 ways to look at this game. You could, let me see where that line's currently sitting at right now. That might have moved a little bit. So right now, if you like the over, you can get out Novig minus 108, over 7.5. Your total there. If you like playing the over, the under on DraftKings, under 8 runs, minus 112. Look, I like the over, especially with it sitting at 7.5 on Novig. But I do like Pittsburgh money line here this afternoon. And look, Pittsburgh's been one of the best home scoring teams in baseball this season. So, again, 2 ways to play it. It depends on really what your preference is, but either way, I like the over. I do like Pittsburgh money line. Hell, maybe you even want to parlay it. I don't know, but I didn't play the total. I played the Pittsburgh money line here. I'll roll with Skeens, even though he's not the best season for Paul Skeens this year, and somehow yet Pittsburgh is 2 games above 500. So, and one of the better scoring teams at home in all the majors this year. So, all right, let's stay in Pennsylvania. Yankees taking on the Phillies. And I bet there's so much fucking LeBron talk. We'll get into that later tonight. We'll be back later tonight to get you caught up on the golf action from Minnesota. And we'll have more fuckery later tonight, and we can get more into the LeBron James drama, especially in Philly and all the shit that I'm not even gonna get into that. But again, Yankees taking on the Phillies at Citizens Bank Park tonight. So look, I don't even think the Phillies, last time I checked, let me see if they announced a pitcher. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a bullpen game maybe for them because I don't see. I know Weathers is going for the Yankees. Yeah, the Phillies still have not named a starting pitcher. My guess it's a bullpen game for them. Look, Weathers hasn't exactly been lights out this season. So a side here that I went with, and I don't know, I find myself playing more props this year with baseball than ever. But I like Ben Rice here to hit a home run. Look, Ben Rice is second in the American League in home runs, and 87% of his homers have gone out to right field. Now, you take that swing and you throw it in that bandbox at Citizens Bank Park, a short porch, friendly right field dimensions there. And look, this Phillies pitching situation could turn into a disaster since it seems like it's leaning toward a bullpen game since it's 1:45 and they haven't named a starter. So my guess it's a bullpen game. And look, again, playing the prop side here, Ben Rice hit a home run plus 340. Let me see if that's still. I might be able to get a better number actually. Let me see. Trying to see what the best number is here. Actually, Profit X plus 372 for Ben Rice to hit a homer. FanDuel dipped a little bit. It was plus 340. It's now plus 320. And then DraftKings, it really dipped, plus 296. So if you got Profit X, that's your best bet, plus 372 for Ben Rice to hit a homer. If you're not using the prediction market, it's like Novig or Profit X, FanDuel, plus 320 for Ben Rice to hit a homer. I do like that tonight. It's warmer. The short dimensions there, the short porch in right field, and like I said, 87% of his homers have gone to right field. So why not? Let's take a flyer on Ben Rice tonight. So next we'll go to Mariners Rangers. Now this is like a split game on Fox. So you're either going to get, if you're on the East Coast, I think if you're east, I think how they do is like if you're east of the Mississippi, you get the East Coast game, and then if you're west of the Mississippi, you're going to get the West Coast game. So Mariners Rangers is a 7:15 first pitch game tonight on Fox. East Coast here, we're getting Mets, Dodgers. We'll get to that one. But Mariners, Rangers. So this is another pitching matchup that I'm looking at here instead of a side. So look, you have Brian Wu on the bump for the Mariners, and then Nate Eovaldi is on the hill for the Rangers. So I looked at it from a pitching matchup perspective here for this game instead of the side. Now, Brian Wu, 7-6, 4.16 ERA. Nate Eovaldi, 9-8, and a 4.21 ERA. And look, Brian Wu has recorded 5 strikeouts in 4 of his last 5 against Texas. Right? I'm sorry. Recorded at least 5 strikeouts in 7 of his last 10 starts. He's also gone for 6 strikeouts in 4 of his last 5 against Texas. So then if you look for Texas with Nate Eovaldi, look, he's gotten 6 strikeouts in 8 of his last 10 starts. And we've cashed a couple of those, taking Eovaldi over the strikeout number, which is either posted at typically posted at 5.5 for him. The few games we played him over the past couple weeks. So Eovaldi, 6 strikeouts over. He's reached 6 strikeouts or better in 8 of his last 10 starts. Mariners are 9th in strikeout rate against right-handed pitching. So when you factor that in, Eovaldi, he should be in line, to get more innings. this game after last game was one of his shortest outings of the season. So my play here, if you just and look, I like both pitchers to hit their over their strikeout number, and let me see if that line has changed here. So the most up to date line you're going to get. Right. So of all these number right now is over 5.5. Now again, you could play an alternate strikeout number and bump it to 6.5 if you're really confident. And Wu is his over is 5.5. Now, if you want to just, it's a lot of juice on Evaldi to get over the 5.5. Right now, the best number you're getting is minus 156 on Novik. It's a lot of juice. You're paying the price for that because he's been so consistent. Same thing with Wu. Not as much juice, but the over 5.5 for him is minus 131. Not bad, but you're still paying a price. You're still getting taxed on that. So what I was thinking, well, all right, so let's put this together, and if you parlay that together, that gets you plus money. So I think they both cash that strikeout number. So go ahead and parlay that together. If you do Evaldi and Wu to both cash on those strikeouts, over 5.5 strikeouts for each of those guys in that game. So I don't like really playing parlays too much. I typically get burnt, but I feel like this is a good one to throw together, especially because there's a lot of juice with the Evaldi strikeout number. Unless you want to play an alternate and bump it to, I don't know, 6.5. But I mean, he's been pretty consistent. So he's reached 6 strikeouts in 8 of his last 10 starts. So if you feel he can get you to 7, then maybe move the strikeout number to 6.5. But I feel like it's a good spot to parlay both these guys to hit the over on the strikeout number. So, all right, let's head out west. Angels, Giants, and when I looked at this, all right. So last night, we gave you the Tommy trend, and it was trending toward the Angels. But look, last night the Giants did win that game, 7-6 in 10 innings, right? So, but don't let that fool you though. Last night, the Giants, both these teams stink. This is not, and we said it yesterday. With the Tommy trend and a play that we had in that game. We said it's not a sexy game, but it's a late night ball game. So we figured why not take a flyer on it. Again, both these teams stink. But look, when you look at today and this matchup here for these two teams, so you have, let me pull up their matchup here. So you got Ryan Johnson on the hill for the Angels. And then Robbie Ray going for the Giants. So, look, Ryan Johnson's ERA is north of 6.10 ERA. Now, Robbie Ray, he's pretty much cut that in half. He's a 3.33 ERA. But here, look, if you look at Robbie Ray's underlying numbers, that tells you a completely different story, right? So the 3.33 ERA, you think, oh, this guy's an ace pitcher, right? But if you look, you feel like there's a regression coming. He's been living off some good fortune, let's be honest. Like I said, this team stinks. And eventually that's going to catch up to him. So I think it's kind of, I don't know, looks can be deceiving when you just look at, 3.33 ERA. But if you actually look at his most recent games, you feel like that there's a regression coming for him. And I feel like it's going to catch up to him here. So, and look, this Angels lineup, they're just struggling up and down this lineup. I mean, but believe it or not, they've actually hit left-handed pitching much better than the season numbers are suggesting for them. So, what I like here, look, both starters I feel are going to give up some runs early. And right now, first 5 over 4.5. Seems to be a good play, and like I said, I think this Giants team stinks. I still like, if you like playing a side, I lean more toward Angels money line. And let me see where that's sitting right now. Let me see if that's moved at all. So Angels money line plus 117 on Novig. And then if we look, first five, it was 4.5. All right, so over 4.5, a little bit more juice here than what it was earlier, but over 4.5, first five, minus 138 on Novig. I like either play there. Again, both these teams stink. Both these pitchers. I mean, look, Johnson's number, ERA north of 6, and Robbie Ray. It looks like it's a good number at 3.33 for him, but there should be some regression coming from him. Just he's kind of gotten lucky, kind of been cashing some good fortune there, but both teams are terrible. So I think both these pitchers give up some runs early there out west in San Francisco. Let's come back east here. Dodgers Mets. That's your Fox game at 7:15 Eastern. And look. Not being I'll never take the Mets after we decided. Look, I don't think I've ever bet the Mets to win, to be honest with you, ever. So, but even more so this season, we said about a month ago, we're going to start fading the Mets because the team's an absolute train wreck and a dumpster fire, and we're going to track it and pick it and see how profitable we are at the end of the season. So, again, the Mets train keeps rolling, as the Dodgers are in town for 3. And last night, again, we said we took the Dodgers last night. We took the run line at minus a run. And then the Mookie bets, we had over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Now, that didn't cash. But again, Dodgers tonight. Now, here's a couple plays that you can play this, right? So it's Yamamoto and McLean. McLean, look, this whole Mets team is just, they're just garbage, right? So here's what I'm looking at. There's a couple plays I have in this game tonight. So McLean, 7-6, a 3.34 ERA, and then obviously Yamamoto, 2.78 ERA. He's 10-6 on the season. Got his first complete game the other week when he pitched. And like he, if you want to take a flyer on him for Cy Young, you can get some pretty good numbers out there if you want to take a long shot. And that's not being biased here. But look, a good, if like props here, I like McLean under 17.5 outs. Look, the Dodgers don't chase pitches. They work counts. And they'll drive the pitch count up on these pitchers. And even if McLean pitches well, which I doubt it, I don't think he's going deep in this game. And there's been some sharp money moves where there's been sharp money coming in on that number, on that under 17.5. So that's a play I like here tonight. Obviously, Dodgers run line, I like that as well. And let me get you the updated numbers. So I can tell you, so I got the Dodgers run line minus a 1.5 at plus 111 on Novig. I have Yamamoto over 6.5 strikeouts at plus money, plus 102 for him to hit over 6.5 on that. Now, if you say the McLean, let me see if the McLean number has moved. So right now on BetMGM for McLean, under 17.5, minus 115 for him. So it's a good number. Not paying too much tax there for that. But those are a couple plays I like in that game. I think all 3 cash, to be honest with you. But what the fuck do I know? They got to play the game. But the Mets have no answers for the Dodgers. Let's be honest. And this matchup, I would have, looking at the way the pitching matchups lined up for this series, I would have, I said it the other day, coming into this series, I thought the Dodgers were most vulnerable last night with Sasaki on the mound. Now you get Yamamoto tonight, and then the Mets will take on Sheehan tomorrow, is your projected starter tomorrow afternoon for that game. So Mets couldn't capitalize with the weakest arm in the Dodgers rotation last night, so no way in hell they get it done tonight. But, they got to play a game. Maybe the Dodgers get caught sleeping or Yamamoto shits the bed. I don't know. Highly doubt it, but I'll take those picks. Again, under 17.5 outs for McLean. Dodgers run line minus a run and a half, and Yamamoto better than 6.5 strikeouts. So those are the plays for tonight for the MLB slate of games. Lots of good games this afternoon on that slate. So again, maybe I'll play some more. I doubt it, but those are the plays I have locked in for this afternoon, early evening games. But let's get you quickly a Tommy trend of the day. Now, we're going to go to Minnesota. Again, this is not a sexy matchup either. Twins and A's. A's are in town for 3. Now, look, A's won last night. I get it. And that's where the trends can be valuable. So you don't really overreact to one game. You just look at the big picture overall. So in this head-to-head series, the favorites overall have absolutely dominated this series. They're 20-5 over the last 25 meetings. That's cashing at an 80% clip. So favorites are 20-5 in the last 25 meetings between these two teams, better than an 80% cash rate and win rate, which is roughly around 11 units, up 11 units if you've been playing that. That's like a 45% ROI in this series trend. So again, even though the A's won last night, I like the Twins here tonight. Like the market had Minnesota heavy juice, somewhat heavy juice, minus 144 money line. Even though they dropped the first game, actually, shit, that's even gone north now. Minus 150 for Twins money line. I would even play. If you want to plus, again, that's a lot of juice. It was like minus 140, minus 144 after the loss last night. But I'd even consider playing Twins run line. Now you got plus money at plus 133 on Novig. This A's team is just, they're just bad. Twins aren't much better, but I feel like Minnesota bounces back tonight, and I do like the run line. And again, look, the series trend. 20 the favorites are 20-5 over the last 25 meetings. So I guess you could say 20-6 now with the loss last night. But again, I like Minnesota here in a bounce back spot against the A's. Fuck it, take the run line minus 1.5 plus money. Why not? So we'll stay though in Minnesota. And we'll get you quickly caught up on the golf action from the 3M Open in Blaine, Minnesota. Today's moving day, and let me tell you, a moving day, some guys going in the right direction, and others are going in the wrong fucking direction here this tournament. And we said yesterday when we were on here that you're going to get, there's going to be a lot of chaos here on moving day in this tournament. So, quick look here. The leaders have just teed off maybe about 15, 20 minutes ago. So everybody is now out on the course. And some big movers. Look, Michael Kim is still your leader. He's even for today. He's at 14 under, and he's through 2. So he's heading to the 3 tee box. He's even. And now, you've had a lot of guys, and I'm going to go through some of these big movers quickly. Davis Thompson is up 22 spots today. He is now 12 under, 6 under for the round, and he's now tied for second with Hideki Matsuyama, who moved up 11 spots today. He is 5 under for the round, 12 under for the tournament. So, and he is he's heading to the back 9. So he's through 9. He's through the first 9 there. Let's see. Now Davis Chatfield. He's another one, another big mover today. He is tied for second right now. Tied for fourth right now. He's up 27 spots today. He's 6 under for the round. He's heading to 17. But Davis Chatfield up 27 spots, tied for fourth with Lee Hodges, who also moved up 9 spots, 4 under for his round today. 11 under for the tournament. And you have Denny McCarthy, also tied for fourth. Zach Blair, also tied for fourth as well. McCarthy up 6 spots. Zach Blair up 3 spots. Now, Ben Coles, who was atop the leaderboard the first 2 rounds, after the first 2 rounds, he's dropped 2 spots. Now, he's only through 2 holes. They just started. But he's even and dropped 2 spots, 11 under. So he's tied for fourth as well. A bunch of guys tied for fourth here. And let's see. And you're probably wondering, where's Scotty Scheffler? Well, I'm scrolling here on my fucking iPad. Anyone want to take a guess where Scotty Scheffler is at? Scotty Scheffler is even for his round today. He's heading to the back 9. He's dropped 30 spots. He's now tied for 43rd. So Scheffler's woes seem to be continuing. Looked good Thursday with his 65 bogey-free round, 6 under. His putter looked like it returned. And then yesterday, he got in some trouble. Now, look, after his first 9 yesterday, he carded a 32 and ended up fucking one under because he found the water on 14 yesterday. He made some mistakes. His putter yesterday, his putting was decent, but that really isn't what cost him. It was the water did him in. He made a couple of mistakes with his iron play yesterday. But today, Scheffler dropping back, even through the first 9 there, heading to the back, and dropping 30 spots, tied for 43rd. So, look, if you want to get Scheffler now as an outright, go ahead. You'll get a really good fucking number. So, most likely, he's not going to bring it home this weekend. So, it'll be another week and another week without a Scheffler win. Hasn't won since January. Let's take a look here and see some other guys who have probably dropped out. Let's see. So if you look at as far as the biggest losers today going in the wrong direction on moving day, Haotong Lee and Svensson are the biggest losers, dropping 42 spots. And then Scheffler and Glover dropping 30 spots today. Both those guys are even for their rounds today. And let's see. Those are Gary Woodland down 7 spots today. And he's through 8. 2 under for his round, 9 under for the tournament. But again, we had Gary Woodland as a long shot outright at 98 to 1. Obviously, I don't think that's going to come in, but you could. I do like Gary Woodland for a top 20 finish here, even though he's tied for 20th right now, and dropped 7 spots today. I still think he brings home a top 20 finish if you want to take some placement bets there. As far as, let's see, biggest movers here. Trying to pull up. Looks like some of the big movers. Ricky Castillo, he's up 34 spots today. Chris Kirk is actually up 41 spots today for on moving day. Trying to see some other guys. Hubbard up 34 spots today. Kurt Kitayama, he's up 11 spots today. He's tied for 20th. Shipley moving up 21 spots today. So some guys go in the right direction. Some guys go in the wrong direction here on moving day and playing themselves right out of this fucking tournament. So right now, Michael Kim still your leader at 14 under. Davis Chatfield, who's moved up 29 spots today, is tied for second with Davis Thompson. So we'll see. Lots of things yet to happen. Like I said, the leaders just teed off about 20, 25 minutes ago, and they're just getting their day started. But Davis Chatfield, Davis Thompson, and Hideki Matsuyama, a three-way tie for second. All those guys are 12 under, and Michael Kim at 14 under, and then Lee Hodges still chasing at 11 under. Michael Brennan also there at 11. Denny McCarthy at 11 under. Zach Blair 11 under. Jackson Coyven 11 under. Emiliano Grillo, even though he slipped 3 spots today, he's still tied at 11 under. So some of those guys, if you're here Wednesday for Tee to Green, a lot of those names we mentioned that would fit this course well. And still holding out and still can get it done. So, again, some guys going the right way, some guys going the wrong way. But we'll be back here tonight to get you a full recap on the 3M Open from Blaine, Minnesota. And before we get out of here real quick, we're going to run back our Bark Bets segment that we typically do it on a Friday, but since we're on here today and tomorrow, we're running back all weekend and get you a Bark Bet play. But more importantly, it's about getting these pups a forever home and getting them adopted. And if you're new here, every week we do feature a pup up for adoption from Freedom First Rescue, and then we'll give you the picks that we're barking the loudest about, essentially the best play of the day. But more importantly, it's about getting these pups their forever home and getting them adopted. So this week's free agent up for adoption from Freedom First Rescue is Rivers. And Rivers is a 10-month-old hound and Great Dane mix. And look, this dude's built different. Currently checks in around 70 pounds, and he's not done growing yet. It's a big-time prospect, a lot of upside here with Rivers. And his scouting report, he's friendly, social, loves hanging out with other dogs, and already got some important skills in his playbook. He's potty trained, he's crate trained, and means, look, he's ahead of a lot of young pups that are coming into the league. But every great prospect has areas that they still need developing. So for Rivers, he is a young, large breed dog, so he needs a family willing to continue his training and give him the structure to reach his full potential. This guy's got a ton of talent, but he needs the right coaching staff to help him along. Someone who understands big breeds and can help him be the best version of himself. And one matchup to know with Rivers, because he is part hound, he does have that prey drive in him. He's also not an ideal fit for a home with cats. But look, when it comes to dogs, Rivers is a great teammate, enjoys playing with other dogs, and wants to be part of the pack. And his medical report comes in clean. He's fully vetted, neutered, vaccinated, heartworm negative, and he's microchipped. So the question is, who's ready to make the biggest signing of this season? And look, Rivers is looking for a forever home. And if you're ready to add a big personality, a big heart, and a big-time companion to your roster, Rivers is your guy. Make sure you head over to freedomfirstrescue.com. You can check out Rivers and all the other amazing pups that they have up for adoption there who are looking for their forever homes. And you can also follow them on Facebook, facebook.com/freedomfirstrescue. They'll post upcoming community events, pup meet and greets. Also, volunteer and foster opportunities are available. If you want to help make a difference in another way, they'll greatly appreciate any volunteer or fosters looking to help them out. Even donations, any way you can help. You don't necessarily need to adopt the dogs. There's other ways you can help them as well. And look, if adopting isn't in the cards right now for you, that's okay too, because look, you can still help. Share this story about Rivers. Share it with a friend, a family member, even on social media. This could be the play that changes the dog's life forever. Because sometimes the person who actually adopts a dog and gives them their forever home isn't actually the person who sees the original post. So it's usually the person who sees someone else share it. So look, at the end of the day, the whole goal here is to get these pups a forever home and help all of them help them all get adopted and find their forever home that they deserve. So go ahead, share it, and hopefully we'll get these dogs adopted. And check them out, freedomfirstrescue.com. Remember, adopt, don't shop. And all right, so the Bark Bet play for today, we're going back to the well tonight. Dodgers, Mets. So Bark Bet for today, Yamamoto over 6.5 strikeouts against the Mets. Well, do I even need to say why? Well, because the Mets are an absolute dumpster fire, and they stink. And I don't think they have any answers for Yamamoto. The team's just a train wreck. So give me Yamamoto over 6.5 strikeouts as the bark bet for tonight. So that'll be the play that we like the best, the play that we're barking the loudest about. So again, Yamamoto over 6.5 strikeouts for the bark bet. But again, most important is help get these dogs adopted. And Rivers is the free agent up for adoption this week from Freedom First Rescue. Again, freedomfirstrescue.com. Fill out the adoption application, and as well as look at the other dogs that they have up for adoption as well. And we'll be back. We'll run this back tomorrow again, too, with another bark bet. And then next week, we'll have another pup up for adoption from Freedom First Rescue. And also, before we get out of here, we'll run this back, too. We'll just run everything back on a Saturday afternoon-ish show here. We'll go with the clown of the week. Now, we did this yesterday. Apparently, Tony Romo driving around all boozed up in Milwaukee the other day. And, we said this yesterday when we had this on here. Tony Romo has got to be happy as shit that this story is finally starting to come out now. But this story got buried because of the whole LeBron James fiasco and drama yesterday, announcing he's going to the Sixers. But Tony Romo, like we all thought Tony Romo was boozing on the job on Sundays in the CBS booth. Well, now Tony Romo, he can validate that, driving around all boozed up in Milwaukee at Thursday afternoon at 6 o'clock. I don't know what the fuck he's doing in Milwaukee, driving around boozed up at 6 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. But nonetheless, Tony Romo, that's his fresh mugshot there from his DUI arrest. Now, here's the problem I have why he wins the Clown of the Week award. Look, I don't care if you're Tony Romo or the fucking guy down the street. I don't understand how in 2026 people are still getting DUIs when we have fucking Uber and Lyft. Or there's even taxis still around, or a fucking car service. Especially someone of this caliber, the whole Tiger Woods fiasco. Why don't these guys get fucking drivers? Look, here's the thing. You could injure yourself, hurt yourself, or even more importantly, hurt somebody else. In this case, your reputation now is shit. People say, well, it's a DUI. Yeah, but what if you would have hit somebody and killed somebody? You fucking retard. Look, it's 2026. Dude, call fucking Uber or Lyft. There's no excuse to get a DUI. I don't care. I don't care. It's just stupid. Especially someone like Tony Romo. Great football player, undrafted quarterback. You could say Cowboys legend if you want. But look, not a great decision here for him to get behind the wheel and drive all boozed up in Milwaukee. I guess if I was in Milwaukee, I'd probably be fucking boozed up too, because I can't imagine there's much to do there. What the fuck's he doing in Milwaukee? But nonetheless, Tony Romo, that's his mugshot there from his DUI arrest on Thursday afternoon. But look, again, it just comes down to just make better fucking decisions. Call an Uber, right? I mean, you really fumbled the fucking ball here, dude. Come on, call an Uber and get home safely, and don't put yourself, or more importantly, don't put someone else's an innocent life at risk because you got behind the wheel after downing a few fucking drinks, you fucking moron. So, look, anytime I can bang on a cowboy, we'll do it. And Tony Romo, you're the Off the Hook Sports Clown of the Week. We'll run this all fucking weekend just because, well, one, it's a cowboy, and two, it's Tony Romo. So, why not? But he is the Clown of the Week. Fucking mugshot's fantastic. So, I wonder if CBS will come out with a statement with this. But we'll see. But that's the Clown of the Week. We'll run it back later because we will be back here later tonight for another edition of Off the Hook Sports here. And so tonight will be a little more fuckery tonight. We'll get you caught up, a full moving day recap from the 3M Open in Blaine, Minnesota. Like I said, some guys going the right way, some guys going the wrong way. And we'll check in on the Major League Baseball action from earlier. And we'll run back the Clown of the Week. And we'll also get you set up for the final round at the 3M Open with some betting angles as we head into the final round and recap round 3. So that'll be later tonight, probably like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't know. I'll post it on X at OTH Sports, at OTH Sports Pod. It'll be posted on there. Hey, listen, if you like the show, if you laughed, go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow us on X at OTH Sports Pod, and subscribe here on YouTube at OTH Sports Pod. We're here 5 days a week building this thing. Look, no VIP picks, no subscription packages, no pay to play clicks, none of that bullshit. Look, just sports talk, some betting insight, community people trying to get a little bit better every day. So a like, a share, a comment, it's much appreciated because we're trying to do this thing the right way. And we'll be back later. And new episode of 4th and Goal, our football series for everything football, is on our YouTube page at OTH Sports Pod. NFC North Division preview is up there now. Go check that out. And AFC North is on tap for next week. As always, we are powered here by Pickett. If you're not using the Pickett app, what the hell are you doing? You're betting blind. Go get the Pickett app, the Google Play Store, the App Store. Put in code OTH when you sync your sports book and set it up. And come have fun with us on Pickett. And, yeah, we'll be back later. But the boys Mookie and Nash are waiting for me to stop talking. I'm Tommy Trends. This is Off the Hook Sports Talk that pays off. Good luck this afternoon on your bets. If you got anything in play, good luck on your 3M Open bets. And we'll be back later to recap everything. Later on tonight, more fuckery, and we will get into this LeBron James fucking fiasco. More on that fucking mess. All right. Good luck this afternoon on your bets. We're back later. Look, remember, the sports books don't give refunds. So make sure you do your homework and shop the lines with that Pickett app. Never stop looking for an edge. We'll see you later tonight. Enjoy your afternoon. We're out. See ya.